his step-grandmother with his stepbrothers. When the boys came over the next weekend, Deshawn was nowhere to be found, and when asked where Deshawn was, they would cry, and they wouldn't say anything. Last time his social security number was used was in 2012. He has no shot records. He has been in no school. He is a short, skinny little boy with a burn on his left thigh and a scar in the center of his forehead.
Feds arrest 3-year-old Shawn, McCormick's father and stepmother, but he is nowhere to be found. Deshawn, if I could see you today, I would wrap my arms around you and sing happy birthday, Deshawn. I want you to know I love you very much, and I will never give up hope until you come home. Your brother, sister, and I pray every night that you are safe and holding strong. We love and miss you, Deshawn. Jasmine McCormick. Deshawn was described as being like no other. He was the happiest kid you could ever know and could brighten up the whole room with that gorgeous smile of his. Even on a bad day, he never once showed how bad he was feeling and always kept a smile on that face. He was always laughing and playing with his siblings and his mom. He also loved to play with his Nana and went everywhere with her. At night, he would entwine his fingers in her hair, ensuring that if she went anywhere, she wouldn't go without him. He was the most loving and caring child you could ever know. If you were feeling down, he could go out of his way to bring a smile to your face and lift your spirits. He was understanding and very loving. He loved going to the park and he loved playing in the snow. Deshawn Leon McCormick was born on August 17, 2007 to Floyd Leroy Lee Jr. and Jasmine McCormick. Deshawn was 4 when Jasmine last saw him in Anchorage in March of 2012. That is the moment when she departed from Lee, taking her other 3 children with her, but leaving Deshawn behind due to Lee having full custody at the time. Jasmine characterized Lee as abusive and stated that she departed due to fear for her life. Jasmine was quoted as saying, "I had to make the choice to stay and die or lose a child and leave and get the other children out of there. I wanted to take Deshawn with me, but I would have been put in prison." Jasmine said the last she spoke to Deshawn was in June 2012. Judy Holmes, Deshawn's step-grandmother, said that the last time she saw him was on July 4, 2012. After that, whenever her grandchildren came to visit her, Deshawn wasn't among them.
He was with his step-grandmother with his stepbrothers. When the boys came over the next weekend, Deshawn was nowhere to be found, and when asked where Deshawn was, they would cry, and they wouldn't say anything.
On April 1, 2013, FBI agents arrived at the residence shared by Lee and Deshawn's stepmother, Mary Elizabeth Transki, and arrested them for securities fraud and mail fraud. Both were convicted. Lee received a 37-month sentence, and Transki was sentenced to 21 months in prison. They served their sentences and were subsequently released. At the time of Lee and Transki's arrest, Deshawn was nowhere to be found. After the arrest of Lee and Transki, a witness came forward alleging that Transki had admitted to murdering Deshawn and burying the body on her property. Nonetheless, when interrogated by the authorities, Transki refuted the occurrence of such an event. Meanwhile, Lee has remained silent regarding the whereabouts of Deshawn. Jasmine petitioned a Palmer court to gain custody of Deshawn, which was granted in December of 2013. She lives in Alabama and is awaiting his return. She hopes that he was given to another family before Lee and Transki's arrests. Continue to pray for my son. If you know anything, please come forward. I know there are people who have information about this case, but won't come forward for their safety. I just want to know what happened to him. Jasmine McCormick. Deshawn may be in Matanuska, Susitna Borough area. The circumstances of his disappearance are unclear and his case remains unsolved. At the time of his disappearance, Deshawn was a 4-year-old biracial male. He was 3 feet 6 inches tall, 45 pounds, with blonde hair and brown eyes. He had a U-shaped scar in the center of his forehead and a burn scar on his left thigh. As of this video, Deshawn would be 16 years old. If you have any information regarding Deshawn's whereabouts, no matter how small, please contact the Anchorage Police Department at 907-786-8500 or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 800-843-5678.